Hi everyone, thank you for coming out today. First of all, I would like to thank and recognize the University of Virginia for presenting the Virginia Film Festival and the College of Arts and Sciences for their incredible support as well. We couldn't do without them, and for me, coming here from Sarasota and joining the University of Virginia, it's been a wonderful thing, a wonderful opportunity for me creatively to rely upon the resources that the university can bring to the table to create what I think will be a very special program this year. I'd also like to recognize and thank my staff and all of the interns here for their incredible work, and it's been a tremendous welcome for me into this community. I moved my family up about 2 months ago, my wife and my 3 young children, and we absolutely love it here in Charlottesville. Could not be happier. We're excited about the fall that's about to happen. I haven't seen one really in my entire life, so I'm really excited. And just stunned by the beauty that surrounds us all the time. In fact, my wife pinches herself every day as she says, when's the vacation going to end? Because she feels like this, it would be the place she would choose to come on vacation. So we're thrilled to be a part of the community, and I can't say we're a part yet because we just got here, but we hope to become a part. And that actually is at the core of my programming, is that it's absolutely vital for this film festival and for any film festival to evolve organically and become a part of the community. That in a sense it's a reflection of our community out there. And in so doing, you want to open up this community to other worlds too. And we can do that through foreign films and bringing in guest artists and all that sort of thing. And I think that that's something we've been able to achieve this year as well. So that's absolutely key community for me, and that the community really is comprised of the university, the students, the faculty, the greater Charlottesville community itself, and that in time we hope to be bringing in more and more people from outside and create a destination festival here. And I believe that we have the opportunity to do this. I would like this to become more and more a festival of ideas, that the filmmakers who come in here, that the guest artists come to the Virginia Film Festival here in Charlottesville at the University of Virginia, because it's an opportunity for the ideas behind their films to be discussed, explored, and talked about, because there's a reason why they have the passion to go out and create this art. And that's what I want to get down to the bottom of the festival. Also, long term, I would like to see the festival become more contemporary. In the past, it would seem that there's been at least a 50-50, perhaps 60-40 slant of classic and archival films to contemporary films, and you're going to start to see that shift this year and perhaps more in the future. When we do examine classic films, my hope would be not only to take a look at them in the historical context, but why is that film important today, and look at it through a contemporary lens that makes it relevant to our community right now and to the world today. And I think we can even learn more about that. We have several examples of that in the festival that I hope to discuss with you later on. Now, I hope to speak for most of this press conference without referring to notes. And then the festival ran away from us, and we had a lot of fun programming it. A lot of opportunities to partner within the community, with Virginia filmmakers, with very topical events that are important to the Charlottesville region here, and then to bring in some extraordinary artists, many of whom have just confirmed in the last 48 hours. So I got to tell you, in the past when I've done this, it's a moving target. You just go ahead and say, okay, I'm going to do a press conference on this day, and God willing, you know, you get lucky and you're able to confirm and lock your program and the artists that come in. And I got to tell you, about 95% of the time I've done this, I'm lucky if I'm halfway there. And I would say that we're 99% of the way there. We have maybe a couple artists that may still confirm in the coming days or coming weeks. But that being said, if we don't add anything else to this program, I'm fairly comfortable with where we are right now. And I hope it's of interest to you. So this is, anybody's familiar with William Goldman, the screenwriter, on Princess Bride. This is just the good parts. It's just the highlights. And then I'm going to pass out the press release, and hopefully you'll be able to ask more detailed questions if you're so inclined, and I would certainly love to answer those. So, I want to quickly talk about funny business as well, too. I inherited that theme, and I was fortunate in inheriting that theme. It was chosen after my predecessor left the university, and a number of people wrapped their brains together and said, what would allow whoever comes in a little bit of latitude? And fortunately, they chose funny business. And obviously, you immediately think, okay, comedy. Gosh, if you just programmed during the 100 years or so of film, comedy, you would be better known for what you left out than for what you've included. And that may very well be the possibility with this year's festival. I know that afterwards someone will say, well, how could we leave out this film? Or how could we leave out that film? Well, we're going to screen about 80 films, and I guarantee you there's a lot more than 80 great comedies out there. AFI named 100 of them, and I'm sure that can be argued about. So to that end, I started to look at what does funny business mean, and its shenanigans, and its hijinks, and its waywardness, and its double dealing, and its dirty tricks, and what else could we examine that would make this festival a little bit more substantive, not just comedy, and would be of more interest. And so we have a lot of sidebars that deal with some interesting topics like the funny business of politics. And gosh, I've been following politics for a number of years. I'm sort of a political junkie, and I can't think of anything that has funnier business than politics out there. We're going to be exploring the funny business of wine, the funny business of business, and a number of other topics. We have a small section in the festival called It's Not Easy Being Green that deals with being green and sustainability. So we're trying to have a little fun with the festival this year, and I hope that we've sorted the festival out to make it a little bit more understandable for everybody out there, because it can become overwhelming to the general public. 4 days, 80 films, 15 panels, a couple special events, discussants, topics, lectures. You know, how do you wrap your brain around this? And that's what we're trying to do this year. We also have a large section that's devoted to Virginia filmmakers, because I believe that at the heart of the film festival, you need to support Virginia filmmakers from your state, encourage them. And what I've learned this year, happily, is that we have an incredibly large number of really excellent films that were shot in Virginia by Virginia filmmakers that stand on their own, and I would have programmed it anywhere in the country. So I'm excited about that, what we have in the festival, that should be of tremendous interest to this region and beyond. So let me get to some of the headlines here. Our special guests this year include three-time nominated, Academy Award nominated actress Annette Bening, who will be attending in support of the film Mother and Child, along with recent Emmy and Tony Award-winning actress Cherry Jones, and Rodrigo Garcia, who's a veteran of the film festival, and Julie Lynn, who's on our advisory board and the producer of the film. And that will be our centerpiece screening, and that will take place at the Paramount on Saturday evening. And as I mentioned, Annette Bening, Cherry Jones, Rodrigo Garcia, and Julie Lynn will all be on hand with a Q&A afterwards that will be moderated by David Edelson as well from New York. So we're really excited about that film. Also, we mentioned and announced earlier, we're doing something new this year in association with the Arts Assembly and the Vice Provost of the Arts, and we are bringing in John Waters, who is going to do the Arts Assembly address. That's open to the general public. It's free. Legendary cult filmmaker and artist who is just quite an interesting person, and I think that's going to be a phenomenal gift to the festival, to the students, and to the community this year. I'm really excited about bringing in the Academy Award-winning and legendary filmmaker, Mr. Norman Jewison. I've had the opportunity to have him in for a festival I used to run before. He's absolutely wonderful. He's wonderful with the general public and with students, and his filmography is absolutely astounding. We're going to have him in to celebrate the 30th anniversary of And Justice for All, and we are also Funny Business of Justice. And we're going to also be taking a look at The Russians Are Coming. The Russians Are Coming. He'll be on hand for Q&As for both of those films. And again, we're just thrilled to have him in. We have the first time Academy Award-winning screenwriter, Mr. Alan Ball, who won for American Beauty, and we're also going to be celebrating the 10th anniversary of American Beauty. Alan will be on hand, and also he is the creator of 6 Feet Under and True Blood, and he'll be on hand to have a panel on that and be at the screening for the 10th anniversary of American Beauty as well.